Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Let's settle in. My name is Pebble. We are streaming. We are official. We are here. We are streaming HD Poker, a game that is Texas Hold'em. If you don't know what Texas Hold'em, it's basically you get dealt 2 cards face down, 3 cards face up, you bet. Another card gets dealt, you bet. Another card gets dealt, and you bet. 5 cards get dealt face up. And let's watch. If you don't know how to play the game still, well, just watch and you'll learn. We're playing 2 tables at the same time because we've got it like that. And we actually are in an 850 million. I was wrong. I'm sorry. We're at an $850 million table. As well, I'm going to do something crazy right now, which a lot of people will find shocking. I'm going to see, well, let's long play this, but I'm betting pretty heavy here. Let's see if anybody takes us along here. Let's see what we can do. I don't think that this person has 8. But that's the way to start it. And we're serious here. We're trying to play as hard as we can. That's a huge table that we're at right there. The other table that we are at is 850K table on the right. But on the left is a pretty massive table. This is the $850 million table. Now, it's not real money, so you may say to yourself, Van Pebble, you're getting kind of carried away, aren't you? Well, no, I mean, it is a big table, though. And this is a lot of money that's these things are worth here. It's very exciting. And I'm excited. And I'm in a good mood, but I'm also pissed. Well, I'm feeling much better now. You know, what we're dealing with here is, like, we have a roommate situation where we lost a roommate. I mean, we pretty much lost a person to drugs, you know, but this guy is like a roommate of mine, and he got kicked out because he didn't pay his rent and stuff. And I've actually wanted this guy gone for a really long time. But we couldn't prove that he was doing drugs, and it was just a real pain. The guy was just a fucking, like, super like drug head kind of guy, and I really never liked talking with him about anything because he always had like an answer, like kind of a snarky response. But now that he doesn't live here anymore, I've finally at one point just like on text I kind of snapped. I was just like, hey, dickhead, say that shit to my face. Like, I don't like this guy, and he might be back at our house again today getting the rest of his stuff. So it's one of those things. It's like, it's a very tense moment. And thankfully, the guy who is the landlord will be here getting his stuff out of the house. Unfortunately, it had to come to this. And let's see where we are. Now we're in an interesting place where we're betting quite big here. We have 3 sevens. I want to see what this guy does. I hope he has a queen. I didn't think he would. But this is probably the biggest table on the left that we've ever played here. So we'll focus on the game, as well as we will get into the stories and what's happening and whatnot, but let's see. He's betting 30 million. Oh, there's the 5. I should have stayed with the 5. Oh, I should have bet with that. Gosh darn it. Oh, there's the 7. So if he had a 7, he would have had a full house. So let's see what this guy has. 9. He had 9s. Interesting. So I would have beat him with the 5. Yeah, so this guy, like, I mean, it's one of those things, man, where I think it was inevitable that I was gonna, like, come to blows with this guy. Not fighting, but just, like, verbal blows, you know, or like some. It's just like the guy is just. I'll give you an example of what this guy did, and you can see where you stand on this kind of thing. So one day, so I have rugs. Okay, let me start it differently. I live in a building. That's a good way to start it. Where it's a house. And there's roommates in a certain part of the house. There's like 3 roommates on one wing, we'll call it. It's a wing. A wing. Wing. Stop saying wing. And so this guy... we didn't win that one. He lived on the end of the house. I lived in the he lived at the end of the wing. I lived in the middle. And then another guy lived next to me. And we all sort of were joined by this hallway. And in the hallway on the floor... on the floor was a rug. I had bought a rug. It was a nice tapestry, you know? We don't have anything here, so... And we have a flush draw. We're always back to the game here. And so, I had like this nice little rug on the floor. And so did the guy next to me. But this new guy, he didn't have anything on his floor. So one day he decided he was going to get a rug. But instead of saying, hey man, do you mind if I get a rug and then I can move your rug? He just took my rug and moved it. And then put his rug down on the floor and never said anything about it. And when I was like, hey man, what happened? What's going on with the rug? He just was like, oh, do you like my new rug? And I was like, hey man, I had a rug sitting right there. So like, it's that kind of stuff. And this guy would constantly do stuff like that. And he was that kind of roommate. He was a terrible roommate. He was a drug addict. He still is a drug addict. And I just want this guy out of my life. I don't want to ever see this guy ever again. And we're this close to getting rid of the guy. But he's like just a guy that like basically we got rid of him. We have his keys. Like he can't come to the house, but now he's trying to sneak around and get to the house. We have a guy who lives here who's like basically the guy is like the guy's old and he's a little bit, you know what I mean? I don't want to be mean to say that, but it's true. And so he texted that guy and was like, hey, I'm coming over today. And so it's that kind of thing. Look, I know you're sitting there going, this sounds like soap opera shit. This is real life drama. Is this what people like anyway? Is this what people watch IRL for? IRL streams? Like, this is why they watch them, right? But yeah. So we're going to make a big play here on the right-hand table for 45K. That's not a huge play, actually. That's not a big play. It's a small play. But it's a good bet, though. Excuse me. It's a good-sized bet. We have aces here. I can't imagine he made anything, but he might have made a flush, possibly. Do I think they made the flush? No, I don't. Oh, they had ace 9 though. Okay, there you go. That makes sense actually. The bet that they made makes total sense now. So there's the ace on the flop here. And we're gonna bet 20 million with an ace in our hand here. On the left-hand table, and there we go. And we're looking good here, 1.5 billion. Of course, we're not the high guy. The high guy is to my right. But on the right-hand, the right-hand table, king 6 will fold. On the right-hand table, we will fold as well. Or, sorry, both tables fold. Sorry. Burp. But yeah, I've been going through this for a while, and I just don't like this guy anyway. I just never liked the way this guy really talked to me. There was always an underlying, like, this guy could, at any minute, I could want to fight this guy. There was always that not that I fight people, but, like, it's that energy, you know what I mean? Like, that energy of, like, oh yeah, this could turn into a throwdown at any minute. So I knew that guy was going to bet big. I'm going to fold here, which is upsetting, but we're down to 982 million, which is actually very good. So we're doing fine. The right-hand table, ace 9, 30K. There's the 9 on the river, or the turn rather. 105 million. I don't think I want to bet with that. So there's a nice win for us on the right-hand table. We needed that. Ace King on the right table. I mean, it was just getting to that point where, like, there's enough disrespect in the guy's tone, even in a text, where it's like, I'm ready to just put my cards on the table and call you the fuck out, you know? And I know that, and I blocked his number after that because I realized it's only going to go bad from there, for me at least, because I know he's just going to keep doing his little game, which is just to be like, what do you mean? I don't know. And it's like, man, just get this drug addict the fuck out of my life, man. I don't do well with drug addicts. I don't do well with it. This is a big moment on the left-hand table. A very big moment. It's not looking good for us here. And that's not good, but we're still in the game. We have 258 million. Not good for us, but we're still in the game. Please go in. All right, so we got 378 million. We're doing a little bit better. We totally got fudged on that deal. Now I'm not cursing for some reason, but yeah, I'm in good shape. I mean, I think it's good to give context to people. I spent a lot of time in my life around people that do drugs. It's not my fault. I just haven't lived in great areas. I've always lived in a bad area, like just bad neighborhood. And I've just been trying my whole life to get out of those bad areas. I know that you see my face and you go, he lives a privileged lifestyle. I've never lived a very great life. My life was always kind of living in ghettos, trying to get my way out. And I still kind of live in a ghetto. We live in a pretty good area. I mean, like, we live in a semi-decent area. There's still a lot of drugs around. And so in my neighborhood, there's drugs. And we get a lot of people that live in these houses. We always have new roommates coming and going. And for some reason, drugs are always coming to this house. Drug addicts are constantly coming to this house. Constantly. It's a real problem. And I am also a security guard. By the way, back to the game. Ace, right there is the ace. That's exactly what we needed. We need this win here, folks. No, the 10! I don't believe it! And there we go. We get the big game we just lost there. That's a huge loss. And we're down to 11,300,000,000 for our overall, that's how much money we have at the table. By the way, I'm in good spirits. I hope nobody thinks I'm in a bad mood or anything. I'm feeling good, but I really am sick of this person, and it just doesn't stop. When it comes to drugs, man, it just doesn't stop. You know, that's my problem with drugs. It's like. Yeah, when it comes to people that do drugs, especially when you live with someone that's doing drugs, like I work as a security guard, and I see a lot of. It's one of the worst things that I have to deal with, is the drug problem. People will come onto the site high. They come on. They're allowed on the site because they're allowed to be a customer at the store that I work. You know, I don't work at the store. I'm a security guard on the site, but part of my job is the store. And people are allowed to go to the store, but like when they start acting up, which people do on drugs, when they start getting like, oh, they start literally doing stuff like that. And it's like, it puts you in a state where you are fight or flight. It's fight or flight. And I'm fight. When I'm on site, I'm fight. When I'm at home, I'm fight. I'm not going to flight my house. So really, it's good that the landlord's coming over here today to get this guy's shit out of the house. And there's a chance that we're going to see that guy today. There is a chance we will see that guy. And you know, I'll be fine. I have control over myself. But I'm not going to say it doesn't piss me off to keep. And I've just been around a lot of like drug people in my life. I've had my issues with drugs, but it's never really overtaken me. It's really just been I've just lived in poor conditions, and whenever you live in poor conditions, you're around people that do drugs. And so I'm kind of like, in a way, I'm sort of passionate about like just disliking drugs, what it does to people. Well, I'm not on a soapbox here, but like, just me personally, like I just don't like being around people that are doing drugs. I can tell when somebody's on it. I just know. And the lies that people tell, like it doesn't stop with these people, you know? It's just, like I said, it just keeps going and going and going. It's like what could have been just a simple situation where the guy just moves out of the house had to be this complicated, long, drawn-out process. The guy was given a certain amount of time to leave, and then instead of leaving on that day, he stayed the entire day, did nothing, didn't move any of his shit out, just got high in his room, left, and then came back again like the next day. And that was like, I was just starting to like want to like literally just beat the shit out of the guy. Like I just don't have a lot of tolerance for guys like that. All right, let's play another $200 million table. But I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. And the landlord should be here soon. And he'll get all this guy's stuff out of his room, load it up in his truck, and eventually we won't have to see this guy anymore. Or the guy will come over and grab his stuff, and then we won't have to see him. I'm hoping that if the guy comes over, I'm going to tell this landlord, hey, keep this guy out of the house, please. Like, it's to that level where we just really don't like this guy, and it's not a good guy. I had a similar situation at my job site about 2 weeks ago. There was a guy who was obviously on drugs, right? And he's just acting all crazy, and I said something to his girlfriend because she was in the bathroom. And we have a thing in our bathroom, like, people can only use the bathroom for like 10 or 15 minutes, you know? It's one of those things. And so she's in there for 20 minutes, and I get her out, and I said to her, hey, are you guys leaving soon? Like, I just was so burnt out. And so she told her boyfriend, and then he was like, we're never gonna leave. And I was like, And he was right. They were there for 20 more minutes, and so and that's a lifetime. When you've got a guy who's doing crazy stuff, and it's scaring people. So I called the police, and I did it in a smart way where the guy didn't know, and so the police showed up, kicked the guy off the lot, and told him if he comes back, he's trespassing. It was such a victory. It was such a victory. And then I came off of that, and I had to come home, and I had to deal with this guy at the house. So I'm really kind of burned out on the drug thing right now, but I'm constantly dealing with people with drugs, and I'm learning that I'm going to have to figure something out where I just need to be like, I just need to take a deep breath or something when it comes to, not right now, okay, there, I just did. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have a full house. This is a big hand here. This guy's betting 7.2 million. I'm betting 14 points. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. There's the diamonds on the table. If he's not going to do anything, I'm going to bet a little bit more. He's betting 24 million. Does he have the flush? He does not. I've got the full house, and that's 242 million. We need to win this game here. The left table, we really need to win. And then, like, just this weekend, I had a guy. I had a guy. That sounds good. I go to work, right? It's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I get to work, I walked a lot, everything looks good. At about 4:45, 15 minutes later, I'm gonna have to film that. A guy drives in, and he's doing the whole thing. You can see it already. He's looking around, acting weird. So I go to his car. Hey, are you here to use the store? Are you gonna... Oh, yeah. Right? He's just fucking drugged out of his head, right? So I'm like, all right, man. So now I'm like, fuck. Here we go. So I stand back. I like to post back. I don't like to stand posted up too close to people. I like to give them space. You know, I like to let people be a customer. But the guy's already acting weird. I could see he's making noise. It looks like he has Tourette's, but that's what happens. It's sort of a product of this drug that people are doing now, which is they kind of get like they do weird shit like that. And so I realized, like, this could be a situation here. So I get close to the situation, much closer to the situation. I stand by, and sure enough, the guy's kind of losing his shit a little bit. And people are kind of scared. I mean, there's parents and kids there. There's younger kids. There's like teenagers. There's like also high school kids. I can see there's all a variety of people, but it's all kind of people that aren't really the type of people that are used to dealing with this situation. So as the security guard, it's my job. So I say to the guy, hey man, how you doing? You okay? He's like, yeah. Right? He's a fucking freak out, right? So I'm like, hey man, keep your stuff together, you know what I mean? Like, keep it together, you know? And he just continues to kind of lose his shit. So finally I'm like, hey man, get your food and get out of here. And now I'm starting to try to film him because he's acting like crazy, you know? He's on the phone. He's pretending he's on the phone. He's doing a bunch of... So finally, he starts coming towards me. Now he's coming toward me. And he wants to, like, basically, like, don't film me, is what he said. Don't film me. And that's when I went, okay, all right. And he saw that he reached that moment. He saw it. I could see it in his eye. It's like, I overstepped my shit. That was what his eyeball said. And I reached in to my pocket and I pulled out my little gun, which is right here. I can show you. This is a pepper spray gun. It's got 2 shots in it. And I said to him, this is pepper spray and I'm going to spray the shit out of you. Get your shit and get the fuck out of here. And so it took a while, and the guy, you know, look, when guys are on drugs like that, they're brave. Like, the guy had a lot of bravado, but he also wasn't stupid. So he got his shit and he got out. And that happened to me just this weekend. And the rest of the weekend was really good, actually. We had a great weekend. I mean, look, I had a great weekend. I love what I do. But when it's tough, it's tough. It's mentally tough. The weather is super shit right now. It's about to get shitty, real shitty, for like, at least it's for a week. Next week should be not great, but the week after that's going to be brutal. I mean, my job's very difficult. It can be. It can also be chill. It's a combination, really. It's like I just have to always be, like, at any moment something could just blow and go sideways, and I've just got to kind of be prepared for it. And that's tough. But I would rather do what I'm doing now than what I used to be doing, which is, you know, we used to have to work 5 days a week. That was no fun. Now we're just working 3 days a week. I would prefer, I mean, and I don't mind putting my, you know, I don't want to say my life on the line, but like, you're kind of putting your ass on the line for people. I feel like I've always kind of been that guy. Whenever I was at work and people were disrespecting each other, or I remember when I was working at a Jewish retirement center, I was a dishwasher at a Jewish retirement center. And there were these, like, most of the servers were kids. They were like high school kids. Some of them were like college, just right around that high school college age. They were young kids. And there was a couple bullies there, the kids that were like intimidating some of the other servers. And they were like, this one guy, his name was like Steven, something like that. Steven or Stevens. And he was just walking around like he was like this fucking big shot guy. And he was just like really trying to intimidate everybody. And I just remember feeling like, even though I was just a dishwasher, like it was kind of my job to sort of stand up for people, like protect people. He was trying to like kiss every girl. Like it was just like a disgusting, like he was harassing people basically. So I've always kind of been in jobs where I've always been the guy to sort of stand up. Other people sort of just turn their eye and turn their head. I've always kind of been the guy, or the bully will come at me usually, because he knows like once he takes me out, so he can fuck with everybody else, and you know you're not going to take me out. I'm going to stand my ground. Now, when you go to work every day and you're the kind of guy that like knows he has to stand his ground, you're not really going to be successful because people are going to think like, what's wrong with that guy? He's got a chip on his shoulder. No, I just get fucked with by people. Bullies just for some reason, they just like fruit flies to like a bullies to me are like fruit flies to a soda fountain. You know how soda fountains, like you pour them, but there's always like a little residual like syrup on the bottom of the tray, or people like pour the sodas and it leaks out, and then the fruit flies fly around. That's what bullies are like to me for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was in the military and people sense like, oh, this guy thinks he's tough. You know, we gotta be tough. We gotta fight this guy. I don't know. It's not like I walk around starting shit with people. I don't walk around sizing people up. You know, I don't do that. We've got Queen 7 on the right table here. Queen 7. Do I think anybody has anything, really? Not really. I think I got this hand so far. This guy's all in. This guy's all in. I think these guys are going for a flush. But I don't really know what they have. I'm gonna fold. It was a good fold, though. This guy's got 2 9s. Smart fold. This guy had 2 pair. I would have definitely lost both of those hands. So that was a good fold. And ace 9. And we're drinking Gatorade. We're not sponsored by Gatorade, though. But we're drinking it. And I like the blue kind. Glacier Freezer. And really, like, part of me is, like, the reason why I finally just kind of was, like, say that shit to my face, like, that attitude, was just because I kind of want this guy to know, like, hey, man, things have changed. This isn't what you think it is. This isn't like we live together, and I've got to keep making things right. Like, you step wrong now, you could get your ass kicked. And you're not going to kick my ass. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to beat the shit out of you because you're a fucking drug addict. You don't have any, like, this isn't a tough guy. You know, there's some guys that are like, some drug guys are scary. They're tough. They got a zillion tattoos, and they're like, I just got out of prison last week. Yeah, those guys are scary. This guy is just a con man guy. He's like one of these guys that's conning his way through life. And sometimes you need a guy like Van Pebble to stand up and be like, guess what, man? You're going the wrong way. Like, turn around. You don't want to go down this road. There's a Mack truck coming your way right here. Mack truck's coming right down the road, man. You're in a go-kart. You know that? Those little go-karts in the fucking amusement parks? And you think you got the right of way and you're not going to move. We play chicken, buddy. I'm going to beat you every time. The Mack truck's just going to crush you. And I don't even mean physically, although physically, yes. I'm just in a better place than you are. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lose-lose situation for you when you're a drug guy. These guys, some of these guys need to sort of be brought down to reality a little bit. But also physically, yes, I will smack the shit out of you. Like, I don't even like talking like that, but I will. I will. We have 10-7, which is not a good hand, but in this case, it's not a bad hand. We're very close to getting a straight here. And we have a possibility. We need the 9 or a king. 9 or a king. He bets 100. Oh, we have to bet over here as well. That's an ace-jack. We're betting 20 million. This guy's all in. So on this table, I want to bet just because I feel like I'm close. I made the straight. I'm all in. And on the other hand, I wasn't able to go all in. I should have gone all in there. I'm going to call this guy. I have ace-jack. He's got king 10. There's the ace. The odds are pretty darn good right now. And there we go. We get a nice win there, and that's a very nice win. 331 million, and I feel very good about that. And on the right-hand table, we're doing great as well with 931K. And do I sound calmer? Thank you. I feel calmer. You want to see calm? I'll show you calm. I'm just kidding. I'm fine. And look, we've been down this road before in this house. But yeah, I have to tell you why you're also getting this feeling of like, because what you have to understand is, in this house that I live in, we have literally, actually, had drug addicts, pimps, yes, I said pimps, hookers, yes, I said hookers, live here before. We've had mental cases live here before, people that are mentally insane. We've had really, really bad people live here. We've rooted a lot of those people out. Now it's a much, 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 much better house. A lot of that is because I live here. Once I started sort of really just kind of being a security guard for the house, more or less, it's gotten better. That's not a good flop for what we're doing here. This guy's betting 20. These guys are still betting. I'm going to fold. I shouldn't have bet. I shouldn't have played that. I should have stayed out of that. And on the right table, we check it along. I think with a pair of sixes, there's a shot. No. Full house wins it. Still looking good with 891K on the right table and 307 million on the left table, which is second place at this table. Ace 5 on the right-hand table. We are in the White House. Let me see if I can find the president. He's not answering the phone. I hope he answers. He usually does answer when I call. Hello, this is Donald Trump's cabinet member. What do you need? I don't know. Who is this? It's Donald Trump's cabinet member. Okay, you said that, but I don't know who that is. Do you want to talk to Mr. Trump? Yes, I would like to talk to the president, please, if you can, if you have time. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm nervous because I don't usually talk to the president, but he said he'd make time for us if he could. So if we could talk to him, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Just a minute. How long is this gonna take? Where the hell is he? Van Pebble, how are you, baby? Donald Trump, is this you? It doesn't sound anything like you. I gotta tell you. Oh, there you go. Here you are, Mr. President. I tell you, it's terrific. Oh, okay, there you are. You said terrific. That's the word, right? That's the one that helps me with the impression. Yeah, Mr. President, we're actually playing poker in the White House. Is that okay with you? I gotta tell you something, Van Pebble. I'm a little upset. I'm a little disappointed. You know, you come to the White House, you don't say hello, you can use the impression that other people have done, that's fine. Because really, quite frankly, everybody does the same impression now anyway, so well, thank you, Mr. President. I'm glad I could finally get the impression down a little bit better. Yeah, we are, we're in the White House. I really have been having a tough time lately with, I'm talking about drug addicts, people that do drugs. I mean, it's a real problem. Van Pebble, this country has an epidemic, a pandemic, an epidemic of pancake problems we have. Did you say pancake problems, Mr. President? Yes. My wife, she has makeup on that did terrible chemicals she's putting on her face. You have no idea. We're working on doing everything we can to get this country right with pancake. All right, well, I don't know where you're going with the pancake thing, Mr. President, but that sounds pretty serious. But I just wanted to say I'm playing poker in the White House, and it's really fun, and I just appreciate it. I mean, we're just having a blast over here. Well, you're always welcome to come to the White House, Van Pebble. You're one of the greatest streamers. And, people love it when you stream. They really do. They love it when you stream. I love it when you stream. And I can see you're not doing very well right now. What happened to you on the left table? Well, Mr. President, I got a little distracted talking to you, and to be honest with you, it looks like I'm going to lose in the $200 million table. It is disappointing, but you know what? It's all for the sake of entertainment anyway. And you know what? There's nobody I'd rather lose to. There's nobody I'd rather... Don't be a loser, Van Pebble. I'm not a loser. But sometimes you take... I actually won that hand, Mr. President. I saw that. Very good. Mr. President, you're doing a great job. Everybody's behind you. I'm behind you. And just keep doing what you're doing. And by the way, your wife is beautiful, and I say that respectfully. Thank you, Van Pebble. She is wonderful, wonderful lady. And, you know, once we get out of this cabbage we're in right now with the whole... You know, there's a lot going. I can't get into it, Van Pebble, but you know, we don't... I know you don't talk politics on your stream, and I appreciate that. Well, that's true, Mr. President. We don't, and... It's just been great talking to you, and you're just a great guy. And I just appreciate you coming on the stream. Thank you, Van Pebble. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the President of the United States. You believe that? He is so great. He is so gracious to come onto this stream. He's the President of the United States. And for him to let us play... I mean, he's not there. I mean, he should be there. Should be sitting in that seat. But he was nice enough because I wanted to play some poker, and he's a nice guy. Nice guy. He's a nice guy. I know the impression's bad, but it was almost... like really bad. And then like we were able to sort of do the throaty thing. Also, I'd like to call your attention to the table on the left. We went from having like $3 million to about 110 million. That is an excellent turnaround, and we're going to fold right here. That's a huge turnaround for us. And what we're looking to do here is take top 3 if we possibly could, but we... Oh, it could happen. Wait a minute. Oh, let's see what happens here. There's a big hand on the left table. 10 king versus jack king, and 10's taken, and we did lose a player. We are guaranteed at least 3rd place. That's huge for us. We really needed this, at least to get our money back. I'm looking to do more, though. I'd like to win this. But I will fold. And on the right-hand table, we're still alive. Guys, we are still alive in the White House. Reporting live from the White House right now. Van Pebble is with us. Van Pebble, what do you think? Hi, this is Action News. What channel is this? It's not a channel, it's just Action News. Alright, well, what did you guys need there? Van Pebble, can you tell us what the condition is at the White House? What's happening right now? Well, we're playing poker. I'm not doing very well on the left table. I lost, unfortunately, but I did come in 3rd place. Yeah, I see. And what game were you playing? I'm playing HD Poker. It's a great game. It's not a sponsor. Are you saying you're not sponsored on your stream? No, not yet. I mean, we'd like to be sponsored, but nobody's sponsored us yet. If you could be sponsored, Van Pebble, who would sponsor you? I mean, who would you like? Again, this is the Action News guy. Action News. Yeah, it's nice to be on your show. I would say Gatorade for sure. I mean, I'm a big Gatorade guy. I like Rockstar, Red Bull. I mean, you name it. I mean, I would love to be sponsored by tobacco companies. I mean, I'd like to be responsible, but Van Pebble, how do you feel? I mean, how responsible do you think you need to be as a streamer? I mean, there are streamers that are gambling on their streams. Do you feel like you could do that? Well, I'll tell you, Action News guy, I do. I mean, I can't gamble because I live in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, so I mean, I just don't. Yeah, I mean, look, it's illegal to gamble in Seattle, Washington, and so no, I probably wouldn't want to gamble. And there are some things that what I would say are limitations for me, but for the most part, I'd pretty much be sponsored by anything. This is Action News reporter signing off from the White House. Wow, we just got interviewed by an Action News. Can't believe it. This is an action-packed day, guys. You think you're just going to come in, you're going to play a little poker, you're going to get some things off your chest, and the next thing you know, you're talking to the Action News. I mean, you never know what the day could bring. You never know what the day could bring. Oh, we folded and 8 comes up on the flop. So we did a good job. We came in third place with the... we're going to go all in with Ace 4. I think Ace 4 is a nice hand. I think someone's going to call my bluff. I mean, I'm not really bluffing. Ace 3 versus Ace 4, I'll take that all day long. This guy's got a lot of outs, but only outs, really. We both tied. We both had the a pair. So we're still in the game here. 8-7. I think I'm gonna fold. So we were talking about work. So I got home. I was working the other night, and I got off work around 2:30 a.m. It was 2:30 a.m. And I remembered, oh my god, I brought a bottle of Gatorade. A big bottle like this, too. This is a nice size. This is, like 16 ounces of Gatorade. That's a lot of Gatorade. This is a terrible flop. Let's just pay attention here for a second. Not a good hand at all. We got to get something going here. Nothing. We both split that pot. I wasn't expecting that, actually. It's good, because I could have, like, really fucked that up somehow. But I didn't. And we've got Queen 3. We're going to play this hand. He bets 300k. I definitely don't want to bet there, but I will anyway. I think he's bluffing. He's not bluffing. If a queen comes up, we're good. Oh, there's a 9. And we got the straight. That was extremely lucky. And look at the fate of fortunes changing right on a dime. The fate of fortunes changing hands for Van Pebble. 1.48 million. Just like that. The fate of fortunes changes. And I was working, and it was about 2:30 in the morning. And I was just about to... It was 2 in the morning. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was cold, pretty cold outside, and I was just about to finish the shift. I only had a half hour left. And I had a full bottle of Gatorade. And I drank the Gatorade. It was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It's just kind of like... It hydrated me for one thing, but then like it made my day the next day. Like I feel like it was a really good move. I mean, why wouldn't they want to sponsor me, you know? Ace 5 will fold. Ooh, nothing at all. There's the full house, 7 and ace. Wow, he really had it, didn't he? And there goes Kitty 58. And so now we've got 3 players left. Another nice hand. I mean, you know, really, this is a good way to finish. I would imagine this might be the end of the stream. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we keep streaming. Maybe we keep playing poker. I've got nothing else to do. It's not like I've got anything to do. And I will confess to you, when I initially started streaming this game, I was so pissed off about this roommate thing. This roommate moving out that I literally, like, I had to forfeit 2 games. I was 2 games in and I forfeited them. I was so pissed off. I cut the stream and I forfeited the games. And then I got a deep breath, took a deep breath, and now here we are. It's not a great flop, but it could be better than what he's got. So I'm just gonna go all in. I'm sure he's gonna go all in. He doesn't have anything either, but like better than what I've got. And so what we need now is a king. And basically we don't get it. We get 3rd place, which is good anyway. I'm happy with that. Ladies and gentlemen, where are we here? Let's do another game here. Let's go for another $200 million game. And another $850K game. Let's take a music break. Let's just wind down a little bit. Let's chill out for a minute. Okay, we're back. The right-hand table is the $200 million table. We've got Jack 5, we fold. The left-hand table is $850K. And we fold. We're locked in. This will probably be the last game for both games. The last 2 tables. Let's have some fun. Well, the thing I've always said about people that are like on drugs is that people that are doing it for a lifestyle have found it to work for them, you know? Whether it works to help them, like, they learn how to manipulate people, it helps them to, like, they get into a groove, you know? And, they kind of, they seem to enjoy the, because usually if you're, like, on drugs, people disconnect from you. And so it becomes depressing because life becomes a disconnect. But when there's that one person who's like the security guard guy or the guy who's willing to fight you, it gives you a connection. This is my theory. It gives the user, the abuser, the drug user, the loser, if you will. All right? The loser. It gives them the opportunity to connect with somebody. Even though it's an extremely negative connection, this is my theory, is that this gives them some kind of connection. And so that's where they feel more alive. Because, oh good, there's something going on here. Because everybody else in their life has pretty much given up on them. Nobody wants to hire them. Nobody really likes them. And they start to look at it like it's a life choice instead of like a terrible disease that took them down. They don't see that. A lot of them, you know, the ones that are still doing it, they see it as a choice. Like, I like my life. I like who I am. I like me, even though really they don't like themselves very much. They look at me like, "Hey man, why are you coming down on me, man? Why are you acting like this? I didn't do anything to you." Meanwhile, nobody wants to be around you. You're like a cancer to people. Nobody likes looking at you. You don't even like yourself. You don't care about yourself. You stop caring about yourself. You stop taking care of yourself. You stop paying rent. You stop being a member of society. You started becoming an outcast. What do we do with these guys? It's also, and we don't talk politics here, but it's the same question. Like, what do you do with the drug addicts that are running around town, just taking up space? I mean, I've had people before try to tell me they think I'm taking up space, bro. You've never seen a drug addict. Then you're actually coming at me like I'm. What are you talking about? I take care of my kids. I take care of my kids. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the ace. They bet 3.2 million. We have an ace in our hand. I don't know what they possibly could have to be betting like that. And it looks like they had the ace as well, so we split the pot. It's a good pot to stay in, thank you. One thing I really like have a really hard time with is people that take you hostage. You know, the people that there's some people in life who are moving and grooving, and I don't mind people doing their own thing. But at least move out of people's way. Don't hold people hostage. Don't stand in front of people and stop them from trying to live their life. Don't keep your stuff in my house that I live in and then keep coming back and forth when you're not supposed to be here, and we're taking your keys and we thought you were gone, and then you keep coming back, and it's like, that's holding everybody hostage. Now we've got to worry, is this guy going to come in the house? Now he's sneaking behind people's back. He's talking to certain roommates, trying to get like a little, hey, I'm coming over. You know, it's like... It was even worse when I was first a security guard. Worked at this, it's called Benaroya Hall, which is like a opera house. Orchestra house. It's where the Seattle Orchestra plays. And outside of it, even though it's supposed to be this like, people donate money and help people and help homeless, and all this stuff. Meanwhile, the people that are around the street, around 3rd Avenue, are all just a bunch of drug addicted homeless people. And being a security guard for that was one of the toughest jobs I've ever had in my life. What a thankless job that was. It was hard to watch. And the thing that was tough is when you have somebody be like, your job was to get them off the property. But what happens if they don't want to leave the property? And they're like, I'm not going anywhere. And you're like, shit. You're not allowed to touch them because you're an unarmed guard. So now what do you do? That job was so hard. It's tough. It's a tough job. It's hard, you know, it's really tough to get people to do what you want them to do. Again, not political, but if someone's protesting, think about it. How far are we going to let people, how far do you want to let people go? It's tough. On the one hand, yeah, you can't just blast people away. On the other hand, how far are we going to let people go? How long are you going to let people say, no, I'm not going to do what the law tells me to do? At what point is the law have the power? Do they not have power anymore? I mean, did you just... I'm an unarmed guard. Sometimes I feel like it's kind of silly to be an unarmed guard. Maybe I should just get a gun and then at least... But then, if I do get a gun, now I'm looking at... I'm not supposed to use it unless absolutely necessary. When is it necessary? Who's to say when it's necessary? Who makes that call? A judge after I kill somebody? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a pretty tough. It's tough, guys. I get it. It's tough on both sides. And I'm on the lower end of it. I mean, I'm just a security guard. I'm not a cop. I'm not ICE. And we definitely don't talk politics here. Ace 2, I'm going to fold that. So Queen Jack, there's 8 million. Queen Jack. I'm so tired too now. I'm like exhausted now. Drink some water here. What do we got? Oh, straight. Okay. So we're gonna have to bet big, right? So just go all in. There you go. Drink another Gatorade here. You know what? I'll do a sparkling water. Let me do a sparkling water. Let me do a Coke. I'll do a Coke. Do Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, man. Not a sponsor. On the big table, $200 million table, we have 181 million. Not bad. Right around where everybody is, pretty much. But this is what, you know, this is what I tried to tell, like, I've been trying to tell people at the house, really, like, we don't want this to go on for too long. You don't want it to go, oh, nice straight, oh.
Straight flush.
Straight flush, ladies and gentlemen. That's a big hand. I've been trying to tell people, like, yeah, like, we don't want this guy to stay here too, like, we don't want this to keep going. This guy, like, had to pay rent, and then you're kind of letting him come and go when he wants. Like, you gotta be firm with these guys. You gotta tell them, like, you only have this much time, get your shit out. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, this guy kind of knows that anyway. He's just. It's like some people will just skate the line. You know, whatever the line is, they'll skate right on that line. And that's why I knew, as a security guard, I knew. I was like, yeah, you gotta just kind of, with this kind of guy, like the druggy guy, you gotta be like, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to do it at this exact time. You have to have somebody with you watching you. It's like, it's really like, some people only react if you treat them extreme. They only react to extremes. I had a kid the other day, it was like, he was parked in the handicap lane. He's a kid. It's like maybe, let's see, we're all in, ladies and gentlemen. All in with ace versus 7-7. Looking for a big win. There's that ace. That should do it. And there it is, folks. 221 million. And on the left table, we have Queen Jack. Guy bets 160K, which is a lot. I'm going to fold. Back to the game here. Ace 2, we fold. Ace 9, we've got the 9 of diamonds. Looking for some kind of a flush here, possibly. Check it along. Excuse me. Oh, that doesn't do it. He's all in, I fold. We've got 535K on the left table. There's ace 3. Ace 3, and the guy wants... Okay, this is just to get in. Let's try it. There's the ace. That's what we needed. We're going all in. And there we go. 685K. Very nice. This time I will fold ace 2, though. It would have been good, actually. It's a good flop. Oh, there's the ace again. Yeah, that would have been nice. Oh, well. That was tough. That was a tough one. The game of life, you know, is just a tough game, you know, and Even though I feel like I'm on the right side of it these days. I know people will say there's no right and there's no wrong, but there definitely is sort of a good side and a bad side, you know? Maybe not good and bad, it's like there's like a side that like makes sense, and then there's a side that's a little chaotic. And I go more into the like, I'm more of a control person. I'm in control of my emotions, I'm in control of my feeling. I feel like I'm kind of in control of my destiny. And then I feel like what if I do bang heads with somebody, it's usually somebody that's totally out of control. And I can sort of tell they're way out of control. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, we miss it. That's tough. But we still have 173 million. I'm not mad at that. So we'll just fold. Guy's got a full house. We've got ace 10 on the left-hand side, and we just matched aces on the table. So I'm going to go all in there. I would imagine they folded, so it's 865k. That's good. Ooh, there's the 3. Oh, he's got aces. Ouch. Gee whiz. Don't hurt me. Why do you have to hurt me like that? God, that's how you... As they say, that's how you feel? That's how you feel? Okay. That's how you feel? I hate when that guy had to laugh at me on the table. That's one thing I've learned about, like, again, the security guard thing. It's like, one really cool lesson that I've learned is that when you get what you want, step out. And what I mean is, like, wait a second now. 5-5 versus King Queen. We need a 5 to stay alive. And it didn't come. And that's it. That loses us that tourney. That was the 850k tourney. We did lose that, but we're still alive here. And we're going to play this out. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to go all in. I'm expecting somebody to bite that. There we go. We have 2s. He has 7s. And there it is. That's going to end the tourney. And that's going to end the stream, I think, right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little emotional today, but you know what? It's okay. You get to see the real Van Pebble. Van Pebble is a real person. Even though I'm using the name Van Pebble, it's obviously not my real name. But I'm a real person. So you will get real emotion from me from time to time. We always try to keep it light, but sometimes we just gotta vent. And I feel a little bit better, I'll be honest with you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. That's gonna do it for the stream. A lot of times... Cheers! Let's turn that off. I wish there was a way I could bypass that bullshit. But I always have... Whenever I come onto Twitch, I have to see the fucking front page. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the advertisements here. A lot of times when we stream, especially in HD Poker, we stream that, we do a bonus stream. I don't feel the bonus stream today. I need to, like... I think I'm going to close my eyes for like an hour and just take a little nap or something and chill the fuck out. But I really do appreciate watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, we got a little heavy today, but it was fun. And we did play well, and we did have a couple games where we did extremely well. We came in second, and that counts for something. The poker streams will always be a part of streaming, I think. It's just too fun. I enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the advertisements. Let's get them out of the way, and then we'll move the fuck on into the sunset. Thank you so much for watching. We will come back and stream again today. We will be back. I just need to take a little nap. I'll probably come back around 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Stream for a few hours, and then that'll be the end of the day stream. Very fun stream today, my friends. Van Pebble is on Twitter. check us out over there. We're gonna do this quick. If you want to donate money to Van Pebble, you can donate money to @Thomas Palvino, no spaces, no capital letters. @Thomas Palvino at PayPal. I'm tired. And Van Pebble is on YouTube. I'm so tired. Van Pebble's on YouTube. We take the videos from Twitch. We put them on YouTube. We have a lot of videos. I would say I'm a content churner. I churn the content. I think we do it that way because I feel like practice makes perfect. You keep practicing. Also, I enjoy it. And it's kind of what, like, I would say the kind of streaming that we do is the kind of streaming that I always kind of, I do what I would want to see, you know? I don't think we've really seen this kind of innovation. I'm kidding, but I think we're doing something, at least we're trying to do something. At least that comes purely from us. So if it's similar to other people, I mean, there's only so much you can do with talking and videotaping video games, but I like what we're doing. I like the vibe. Even on a day today where I'm a little amped and pissed, still a great stream, still good. I think our energy is still right. So I just wanted, this is a good time to drop out here. We got the, let's end this thing. Van Pebble on YouTube, like and subscribe. And of course on Twitch too. Just go on that Twitch. Just give us a favor. Give us a follow, will you? And ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a nap. Have a good day, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Come see us. I think what we're looking to do next is Red Dead Redemption. I think that's what I'd like to do. So most likely that's what we're gonna do. In a very rare case, we might just end the streaming and just wait till tomorrow to finish. But I think we're gonna stream one more time today. I would imagine. I think once we take a nap, we're gonna feel a lot better. And just thanks for watching, guys. My name's Van Pebble, and I'll see you later. Peace.